All right, hockey fans, welcome to another edition of the Wolves Hockey Show, where we bring you weekly highlights, news clips, information, and much more on the Wolves hockey program. We've had a couple-week hiatus in our show, but it's good to be back.
Great to be back.
Now, tell me, Coach Kuhns, a lot of stuff's been going on with all the teams. Tell me about the U14s. What have they been up to lately?
So U14s played an exhibition game against Keene. Last weekend they won 9-1. So that was a good game for them. How about our U16 and U18 teams?
U16 and U18, they finished up their season, or the first half of their season, pretty strong. The U18 team and the 16s both competed in the midget challenge we had here at the rink. And it was a great weekend of hockey. A lot of teams in the building, a great tournament-style exhibition. And we got some clips. We're going to show you that right now. So November 20th to 22nd, the Wolves entertained a 4-team midget showcase here in Laconia. Game 1 for the Wolves U16s was maybe one of the best games of the weekend. They played the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs U16 AAA team. It was a back-and-forth affair, tied 2-2 with 4 minutes to go. Nick Therian buried the winner. Wolves will go on to win this game 3-2 and take an early lead in the tournament. Game number 2 for the U16s pitted them against the U18 New Hampshire East Eagles. Back and forth affair. Big moment of the game was when Gage Winter scored this shorthanded goal. Wolves would win this game 6-4. Be a preview for the finals matchup the following day. One of the highlights of the weekend was Saturday night's U18 Wolves versus U16 Wolves. Here, Nick Potenza fires a hard shot on Brody Rollins. And here's the tournament game winner. 3-on-3 overtime, tied after regulation. Nick Therian forechecks, gets the puck to Mikas Krupans, who makes a nice pass to Zach Orwig. And on the doorstep, Nick Therian pots the rebound. Wolves will win the game 5-4 and win the championship in the first ever Lakes Region Midget Challenge. So it was a nice finish to the U18 season. They weren't allowed to have their New Hampshire Tier 3 state tournament. So instead of doing that, we finished with the Midget Challenge here in Laconia. That team ended up going 8-1 within the state and secured first place in the regular season. Tell me a little bit about the U18 team and what you saw from those guys.
Yeah, I think, like you said, was a good finish for Coach Potenza's team. I think Coach did a great job with that group. I think they improved a lot over the season, and 8-1 record is that's a great job on the season.
And with the uncertainty of the high school season, it was great seeing some of these kids who might not be able to play their high school season play hockey too. That's could be the highlight of their year.
Yeah, definitely. We had, definitely had some good practice sessions as well, and got the games in. So I think that was key for that group.
Absolutely.
Now, Coach, tell me about EHLP, what they've been up to.
Yep, so EHLP has been kind of landlocked here in the state of New Hampshire. We can only play our in-state opponents. And at the EHLP level, we just can play the New Hampshire Avalanche. That's going to change in the coming weeks and the coming months. But it is what it is right now, and we have to play them a lot. So there's a good rivalry going back and forth with the New Hampshire Avalanche. In our most recent game, we lost 7-1, but there were really signs of good progress out of that group. We have a clip we're going to show you right now. So here's third period action on the November 24th game, New Hampshire Avalanche versus the New England Wolves. Both these teams, a lot of good young players who are showing signs of progress here in their first year or second year of junior hockey. Early in the third period, Jake Marcoux makes a nice play on the forecheck, gets the puck to Aiden Beckham, and he rips a shot from the top of the circles for their only goal in this game. Beckham's been playing well recently and has 2 goals in the last 3 games. So, Coach, similar situation with the in-state restrictions at the EHL level. You guys had to play the Spartans a lot and the Avalanche. Tell me about what's going on with the EHL team.
Yeah, like you said, not many opponents. So facing the same guys all the time. The team's been doing well. So it's been up and down, some wins, some losses, some good games, some less good games. But, as a group, we have Some guys playing very well, and just looking for a little bit of consistency here.
We got a couple clips we're going to show you right now.
So in this clip, we have Declan House. This was in a shootout versus Avalanche at home in Laconia. Declan makes his way to the net, no hurry, and a nice finish. Here's action from this past weekend. We have Luke Farinacci, his first goal in a Wolves uniform, which was well-deserved. Empty netter, which iced it against the Seacoast Spartans.
So, Coach, heading into the last few weeks of 2020, who's been playing well for you and who's been playing, showing really signs of progress?
Yeah, I think starting on the back end, I think Richie Colarusso now has played a handful of games for the Wolves. I think he's played really well in those 5 games. I think up front, Ricards Jelenskis has been really consistent offensively. A few other guys, but mainly our goaltending has been really strong. I think Kyle Penton and LJ Newell have both played really well in net.
Couldn't agree more. We've, like you said, you're looking for a little bit of that consistency, but there's been some pretty consistent performances out of some top guys. No question.
Definitely.
Now we have coming up interview with 2 young players in the program. They're both on the EHLP team, and they're both players that we're looking to continue to see progress out of these guys as they advance onto the EHL. Got them coming up right now. All right, hockey fans, we have with us Aiden Kopech and Drake Adams, 2 members of the EHLP team. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Well, you guys are you had a couple weeks off from game action. You're going to get back into game action tomorrow and this weekend. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Now, tell me about your upbringing a little bit. You're both from North Carolina. How'd you get your start in hockey? Aiden, you go first.
Well, I think I was watching a Winter Classic between the Red Wings and Blackhawks, and I saw it and thought that'd be pretty fun. So I went skating, and then I started playing hockey afterwards. So
How old were you then?
I think I was 5, and then 6 I started playing. So
Okay. And that was right in Fort Bragg area?
yeah, I played on base.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Drake, tell me about your upbringing.
My dad's always been a big hockey guy. He went and played college hockey, and I've just always loved the game. Just watched him growing up and decided that's what I wanted to do.
Cool. Now, North Carolina hockey's really grown in the last decade or so. You know, you have the Hurricanes down there, and 20 years ago there might not have been a ton of hockey, but now there's a lot of hockey going on in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your favorite NHL team and what it's like growing up playing hockey in North Carolina.
Both of us like the Islanders, big Islanders guys. It's a odd situation there.
Yeah, that's a little different. Aiden, what is it like growing up playing hockey in North Carolina?
It's tough. It's definitely tough getting seen by teams, but having the coach I did and the chances I did definitely helped me get here. And it's a lot more difficult than being up north and getting seen by teams.
Yeah. Now, tell me about your youth hockey experience. What was the name of your youth hockey program, and when did you actually get started? You started at around 6 or 7 years old playing hockey,
Yep.
but tell me about that process. Aiden, you go first.
We were with Cape Fear Youth Hockey, or Cape Fear Warriors. I started with them really when I was 8. I started playing travel when I was 8. But yeah, I stayed with them, went to Virginia for a year, and then came right back, and they just kind of helped me become who I am today and helped me get here. So
Cool. Great.
So Aiden and I basically always played on the same team. It's really all there is. Nothing too different there. I went to Minnesota for 4 years, and my freshman year I came back. I just didn't really like it there. Came back and played for my dad and really grew my love for hockey again.
Cool. Now, we started talking probably almost a year and a half ago, probably. What attracted you to making that step from youth hockey to playing junior hockey, and what attracted you to the Wolves program? Drake, you go first.
I really liked how much ice time we got and how much we were going to be together and how much of a team it kind of seemed like it was going to be. And I feel like once I've been here, it's absolutely what's happened, and we've all kind of molded together, and it's nice.
Cool. Aiden?
yeah, the Wolves just stood out that much more with the ice and how close everything is. And I heard Laconia is a great place, and it really is being here for this long. I love it here. I love the Wolves, everything about it. So good.
You got to be on the program more. You're doing a good job. Okay, now how is New Hampshire different from North Carolina? Obviously, it's a little bit colder. You had some snow this week.
Oh, yeah.
What's different in general from New Hampshire to North Carolina? Aiden?
There's a lot more farmland in North Carolina. A lot more open area, no mountains to look at, so it's a lot prettier up here.
Oh,
But
really?
a lot of corn and hay and cows down there. It's about it.
Really?
A lot of tractors.
A lot of tractors in North Carolina.
A lot of
tractors in yours?
Tractors.
Okay, Drake, what's been the biggest difference for you?
It really seems like it's a close knit community here with just the hockey and the people just from the city. It's just kind of nice here. It's a nice little town.
Now, talking about the people, you guys grew up in kind of an Army community at the Fort Bragg area. Now you have a great billet family, the McKenzie family. Tell me about that experience a little bit. Drake, you go first.
They're great people. I absolutely love them. They'll do almost anything for us. They're no complaints there. I love it there.
Cool. What do you like most about living with the McKenzies, Aiden?
I don't know. The free goldfish is kind of cool, but having athletes in the house and the two twins, it's like two younger siblings I never had, and everyone there is they treat you like family.
That's cool. That's cool. What's the cooking like? How does Tammy do in the kitchen?
Oh, it's great. She hates it, but it's so good. We try to help out. We try to get her to do it more, and she does. But it's nice. It's good food. It's good food.
Well, I heard your other roommate Andreas has a pretty big appetite. Does he leave
Oh, my Lord.
some for you guys? You know,
Yeah.
I know he's on the EHL team now. Does he leave some food for the P guys?
He goes
He tries his
last.
best.
He goes last with eating, so he kind of gets what's left and then some. So we the whole house made him eat last. So
Nice.
just make sure we could get food.
Now, you guys, the one most glaring thing about you guys is you have the best hair in the league.
I'm flattered.
In the EHLP, probably in the EHL, the absolute best hair in the league. Tell me about
a
your
big compliment.
hairstyle, Drake. Where does it come from? Do the locks give you power, superpowers, perhaps?
Definitely going for the Tarzan look.
Tarzan.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any plans on getting a cut?
Maybe a little trim just to keep it nice.
Nice. Now, Aiden, you have a little bit different. You got more of a party in the back and business in the front. Tell me about that hairstyle.
Yeah, I don't know. Senior year, I want to do a mullet. Obviously, I'm not at school anymore, and being here makes it even better. But it's getting a little long. I already got the hair appointment set up for Christmas break. Coming back with the fresh mullet. Mullet.
Oh, you're going to go fresh mullet back and
Fresh
shave it off or go
Oh.
business all around? Or?
No, it's just mullet, straight mullet. Throwing it back.
Well, you know, the fans at home heard it here. If you come back with anything different, it's going to be held to a pretty high standard. All right. Now, goals for the EHLP for the rest of the season, goals for the team, goals for yourself. Drake, you go first.
I think the first goal is to have fun, obviously. That's what hockey's about. Start winning games and start coming together on the ice is a big one. We need to start figuring out how to put some pucks in the back of the net. Personal goals, be the hardest worker on the ice, on and off the ice. Just put in the work.
Great. Aiden?
Yeah, obviously make the playoffs, make a run at the championship. We got to start winning games to do that. And I think we're on the brink of doing that. Got good locker room stuff going on, and just got to put it in the ice. Hopefully, get a win tomorrow. Just make a start out of it. And I'd like to get my numbers up a little bit. Maybe get a call up to the AHL eventually. That's main goal for everyone here. So
Definitely. It's a big jump sometimes. You guys are young players as an 03, and it's amazing what a year can do or 6 months can do to your development. So you guys are doing the right things. You're working hard. Keep going, guys.
thanks.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Great.
Coach, two good young players, Drake Adams, Aiden Kopech, 2003s in the program. Tell me about what you've experienced watching those guys play this year.
Yeah, two hardworking guys. I think you can notice that every time they're on the ice. There's two guys who's working hard to get better. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and they got good personalities too. Like I think they're really good in the locker room. The kids seem to play a little bit extra hard when Aiden's in nets, and then Drake, he can make a play out of nothing. Right, he can make some spectacular plays. So it's two good kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed that interview. Agree to disagree on the haircuts.
Well, Coach, tell me about your All-Star selections.
Yeah, EHL had a number of all-stars that were named from our team. So a few of them, we had LJ Newell in net. On the back end, we had Kevin Bite, defenseman. We had Donnie Feldman up front as well. So, big honor for those guys.
We got an image we're going to show you right now.
So here's a look at some of the All-Stars for our EHL team. We had LJ Newell in net, Donnie Feldman forward, Kevin Bite is actually on D, All-Star, and Declan House, defenseman, I forgot to mention earlier. But those 4 players from our EHL team were named All-Stars in the league. So that's a good honor for those guys and well-deserved.
So, Coach, coming off a little bit of break for Thanksgiving, teams are back to full practice and back to game action. Tell me about what we got coming up for the U14s.
U14s will play against Dover on Sunday, so that'll be a good test for those guys.
Yep.
What's the U16s have?
U16, we're back to a full week of practice with Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. No games this weekend, but we're using this week to really train and prepare and get ready for the rest of the season.
Yep. EHLP, what do those guys have?
The EHLP get to play Vermont for the first time. Vermont moved their organization and their operation to Waterville Valley, New Hampshire. So now that they're an in-state opponent. So we'll play, our EHLP team will play Vermont on Tuesday morning, and then also Friday and Saturday. So they got 3 games here in about 5 days. We've been practicing a long time. We're ready to go, and we'll play those guys. Tell me about the EHL team.
So EHL team will also play Vermont 3 times in a row, with the first game being on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 right in a row, all in Laconia. So we'll be looking for some good results that weekend.
Yep. Now, a lot of times, I get messages on the website or on our social media about fans coming in the building. Coach, can fans come in the building for those games this weekend?
Fans can come in the building, wear a mask, socially distance, and come see some good action on the ice. Also, all the games, you can, if you can't make it in person, Hockey TV. Barring any unforeseen storms that would knock out the internet, you can watch all the games online as well.
Both, we're pretty tech savvy. We can handle most internet issues, but if it knocks it out for the whole region, can we handle that?
We can't, so we appreciate that everyone really wants to watch the games. Don't blame them. But obviously some technical difficulties occur once in a while.
Yeah.
So for more info on the games coming up and how to watch them, you can always check out our website, ne-wolveshockey.com.